What is up, everybody? My name is John Grimsmo, and this is Rask Making Tuesdays. I don't know if I like that. You guys remember Knife Making Tuesdays? Back in the day. Anyway, okay, today's a big day. I'm excited. Turning on the current just now. Here's the deal. Here's the thing. Okay, today is June 8th. I'm pretty sure June 9th. June 9th, 2020. By June, end of June, whatever that is, 30th, 31st, we're gonna have a finished Rask. A Rask ready to sell. Even if it's just one, I need to have something done. I need to set a goal for myself. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna hold me accountable. I'm gonna feel super guilty and bad if I don't do it. So I'm gonna do it. Let me show you my list. All right, I'm gonna record screen recording in 3, 2, 1, recording. I don't think there's audio on the computer. Okay, so I want you to go back and forth between like talking and screen recording as necessary, up to your discretion. Okay, so how do I want to start this? Okay. So for several years now, I've been using an app called Trello. Trello is like a note-taking app. This is definitely not a sponsored app, blah, blah, blah. I've just been using it, and I've actually given them money because they're awesome. Even though it's a free service. I like bought the power-ups and the upgrades and stuff because it's awesome. So when I'm really good at coming up with ideas, but I'm crap at remembering them. So Trello gives me a place to put everything. Buy green painter's tape the next time you're at the hardware store. So I've got a list for a hardware store. I've got lists for all the stores, all the main stores that I go to, the hydraulic store, the nuts and bolts store, the metal store, things like that. But it's not just that. It's allowed me to focus my projects into different categories and boards and just brain dump everything. So for a couple years now, I've been reading a book called Getting Things Done by David Allen. And I've struggled to like finish it for a long time, but I finally did finish it a few months ago. I read it straight through. And he's got a technique where you put all of your thoughts into a brain dump list as you come up with them, and then once a day or once a week or whatever, you sort them into these other lists. And I'm kind of doing that. Anyway, let me show you. So here on the screen, I've got my brain dump list, GTD, getting things done. I've got my current projects list. I've got next actions. So you're supposed to live in the next actions list. That's like, I need something to do, that's there. And then I got my big project list, reference material, someday maybe, read, review, watch, and etc., my buy list, things like that. I've got little gifts for my wife that maybe one day I want to buy. I've got it in the buy list, things like that. So let's dig into the current projects one, because some of it's private, but the current projects one is not. Okay, so it's structured as you have the whole thing is called a board. I think this is called a list or whatever, and then each one is a card. Now, a card can have a title, like design blade hard clamps, and inside you can write description. You can have links, you can have pictures, you can have all kinds of stuff. So this has allowed me to, like here, we got buy material for 72mm dovetail fixtures, and I've started to write down what I need. And I have it on the computer, I have it on the phone, and it's allowed me to break things into categories. So to make these Rasks, I've got to work on the hard blades, like here, design hard blade clamps, make hard blade clamps. Fixture design and machining, program the hard blades, program the grinding. I got to figure out a way to do engraving and mounting and stuff. Here's my grinding plan. Might have to bead blast the spines to get the engraving crispy after heat treat, things like this. So when I have an idea, I need somewhere to put it so that I don't forget it, because I always come up with these ideas like when I'm out for my walk every night, or when I'm playing with my kids, or when I'm doing something else where I can't apply it. I gotta put it somewhere. So now that I'm getting to work on these Rasks, I have all of these categories and things that I've accumulated over the past few weeks of things that I need to do. So like today, I'm working on handle backsides. So I gotta figure out how to pin the clamps, which I have figured out. And then once it's done, I can archive it. And then it's gone. It's saved like deep in the archive, but it's gone out of my head. So I gotta make the backside upper clamp, the middle clamp, and the lower clamp, and then work on the fixture design to how everything clamps. That's what I'm working on today. and then I need to actually program the handles themselves to be made. And then a lock bar insert is its own, should be its own category right here. Its own category. The lock bar insert's a big deal as well. So anyway, that's how I'm using Trello. I really highly recommend it for you guys. A lot of people use Asana or various other, like the iPhone note-taking app. Whatever works, it doesn't matter. But having a system and sticking to it and actually using it and utilizing it will help you guys theoretically get the ideas out of your head and into paper, and then if you look at it and do it, you'll be more organized. This is something I struggle with a lot, so I'm always trying to find the best way to do it, and this works for me so far, until I find something better. But I really just need to do it. That's the thing. Sometimes I write it down and then it's done, but it's not done. I have to do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do it. So here's one of the clamps that I have to make. I believe in this file, or in this one works. You can kind of see what I'm thinking here. You can see my thinking. So I've got two handles. The center clamp is going to hold them both down. The outer clamps are going to hold the outsides down. There's some little strategery we got to figure out. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, I just realized I got to move some stuff around. But anyway, one of the clamps is basically going to be made like this. 5-axis style. I'm going to dovetail the material. So one of the options I'm going to do first is put those dovetails in, and then you can see how the clamp is kind of hiding in there. I've modeled in the little remnant piece on the bottom, and I've modeled in my little tabs, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do tabs really well and quickly. But this will work for now, and I'll keep getting better and better. But yeah, so I'm working on programming right now, and I'm going to get this thing made today for sure. It's happening. But yeah, you can see some of the tool paths to get in there. I got to be strategic with how and when I do certain operations. It's getting toasty in here. Okay, so I spent a while on the computer. Now I'm going to start to clean up some of this stock. A lot of chips from the metal store. Clean that up. This is going in the vise. I'm going to put dovetails into it. Now, a few weeks ago I did some dovetail clamps on here, and I had the parts either fly out because there's no dovetail or whatever, and a lot of guys apparently get away with not cutting a dovetail, but I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to cut my dovetail into there. It's going to hold into the vise much better. It's just going to increase my confidence and prevent me from making a stupid mistake. So it's a little bit more work up front. Do I have to do it? Do I not? I don't know, but it's going to be safety factor, and I like that. Oh yeah, all clean. Got them all clean and sorted. Now I'm going to label them, the material, the size, so I don't forget. Fun little side note, I'm putting a new bar of plastic in the Swiss to make more bearings, and a while ago somebody suggested this guy to chamfer the end of the bars. I don't think it would work really good on metal. I haven't tried it yet. On plastic, it works all right. You just go like this. It does kind of skip and hop and chatter a little bit, but the finish is not bad. I mean, it's not great, but all I need is a chamfer about that size so that it guides its way into the guide bushing on the Swiss lathe. So for this purpose, I'm pretty happy with it. I got it on like Amazon for 20 bucks or something. So in here we have, this will be a center pallet. This is where handles are going to be mounted for the top side machining, so that we do the patterns and all the 3D machining and stuff. These will be center clamps for soft blades, hard blades, various little things, and then these will be the backside clamps that will hold the handles down to the fixture, plus some other stuff too. All 4140 HT, about, what's that, mid-30s Rockwell. Machines beautifully, nice and hard, good stable stuff. I found a new screensaver for Heidenhain. I think it's stuck right now, but it does each line and then line and line. I mean, this thing is just a Linux computer. So you got your Linux down here, and I found the screensaver, and yeah, kind of cool. I just noticed something that I was not expecting. So this one in particular, a lot of this is made from plate stock as opposed to extruded channels. Now I'm no like expert level metallurgist, buying, purchasing agent, whatever. But depending on the kind, this is 0.7915. You know, I was expecting 750, 3/4 of an inch, and a lot of bars are 3/4 of an inch when you buy that. Some are oversized. This is like 41 thou too thick. That is brake tools different. You know what I mean? It's fine if I model it in the computer with the exact dimension that the stock is, but I need to know what that exact dimension is instead of typing into the computer what I told them on the phone. Yeah, I need, you know, 3 by 7 by 3/4 of an inch, and they oversize it, and those oversizes are gonna get you. They're gonna break tools because the tool's gonna come in and think there's air there, but there's actually more material. So it's fine, but I gotta know. So the clamp that I'm working on today, I haven't measured this yet. Let's see. Yep, 530. That is 30 thousandths of an inch, roughly that. Thicker than I'm expecting it to be, which is, it's a big deal. So I need to go into my model, I need to make sure that it knows that. And I'm also gonna get width and height as well. And they're cut on the lengthwise. These are just cut from a giant plate. Looks like there's cuts on all sides. Not what I was expecting, but whatever. Work with it, right? Yeah, interesting. Check this out, this is even better. So the top piece and the second piece, I've got them more or less lined up in the back. Look at the length difference between the two. That's like 3/16 of an inch. That's huge, man. So either I'm gonna have to cam up the stock as the biggest piece and just all the rest can be kind of small, or I cam it for each individual piece of stock. That's less than ideal, but I'll make it work. So you can see these ones just in length, width, and thickness. Thickness is pretty much the same, but length, I mean 5.06 to 5.36, that's a 300 thou difference. That's like that. That's insane. So I got a plan for the biggest case. Luckily the part is well within limits, well smaller than that, so plan for the biggest one, I guess. Okay, finally I think I am ready to make some chips in the salsa machine. I just made that up. Okay, I got my material loaded in the vise. It's torqued down. It's centered left to right. It's tight. Those sizes are in cam. I've run it through Complete. So the stock size, I recalculated all the tool paths. New code's loaded on the machine. I think we're ready to rock. All this for a silly little clamp. Not even a clamp, just the dovetail to hold the clamp. Okay, let's go. Oh baby. Okay, you can just sit here. Can you see how far away that is? That's like that far away from the material. Ah, I did something wrong. The heck did I do? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I forget why this happens. Check this out. Can you see right here where the vise is not properly aligned with the stock? I thought I fixed that, but I missed it. Okay, I know how to do that. That's why you always walk in programs until you have this like insane confidence in everything you're doing. I'm not there yet. Some guys have it for sure. I'm getting close. I'm getting frustrated. It's still this far away, and the easy tricks are not doing what I thought it was going to do. It's like I'm not actually updating the code, but I should be. Maybe I'm just doing something stupid. I don't know. It's the end of the day. I want to go home soon. I have to go home soon. Come on. Ah. Silly. Ah, it's still off. I gotta go. My time is up. I will come back in the morning with a fresh brain and I will tackle this and I will nail it because it's something stupid and I'm not seeing it right now. So, later guys.